Okay, this is Uncle Nelson. Listen, I'm going to give you my email. ASITISNP at gmail.com. Why am I giving you this email? I'm giving you this email because if you are interested in this 12-step process, email me and I will send to you a copy of the book that I've written entitled As It Is, ASITIS, Healing Mental Illness. I will also send you a free copy of a workshop that I do. Can you see this hat? Can you see this hat? On the face of this hat it says Talitha Cum. Get up, my child. Talitha Cum comes directly out of the Bible. It's Mark 5:42. If you have a chance, read Mark 5:22-42. When you get to the word Talitha Cum, you may feel a stirring in your stomach. Today I'm going to talk about step 2. Step 2 is came to believe that a power greater than myself or greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. There's not a 12-stepper out there. I don't care what the program is, whether it's Overeaters, whether it's Narcotics Anonymous. Every 12-step program that I've ever looked at talks about insanity in the second step. Now, there are a lot of 12-steppers that totally ignore insanity. And they say, well, this is the coming to believe step. This is the coming to believe step. Sometimes I say that the first step says, I came. The second step, I came to. Third step, I came to believe. There's another way of looking at that. I can't. God can. I think I will let him. The second step is very important, that you understand the step in its entirety. The step in its entirety says, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And I want you to focus on being restored to sanity. Because see, in the first step, I totally talked about being powerless over your mental illness and your sanity. And in the second step, in all these 12-step programs, when it talks about sanity, it's talking about mental illness. So you can put anything you want in the first step. You can put food, you can put sex, you can put wife. I'm powerless over my spouse. I'm powerless over my children. You can put anything you want in the first step. Once you fully understand the first step. For right now, just stick to the mental illness. But once you fully understand powerlessness, you will better embrace the second step. You need a power greater than yourself to restore you to sanity. No human power can restore you to sanity. So the next time you sit with your therapist or your sponsor or your home group or your psychiatrist or your doctor, expecting that doctor, that psychiatrist or that therapist to restore you to sanity, you are terribly, terribly mistaken. No human power can restore you to sanity. We have a spiritual malady that requires a spiritual solution. Now I'm going to read something to you. And this is untitled. So you can title it anything you want. You can call it demons. You can call it insanity. You can call it coming to. But I'm going to read it to you. And this is in the book, and I hope you will email me so that I can send you a free copy of this book. And that way you can follow along. And the reason I want you to follow along, because I challenge you. I challenge you, and I welcome you to challenge me. A guy said to me the other day, how do you know that this works? I said, I tell you what, if you work through these 12 steps, you will know that it works. And if you work through these 12 steps and find that it has harmed you, if you have been thorough in working these 12 steps, if you have followed through and done exactly as it's suggested that you do, if you come back and you tell me that this does not work, that in fact it made you worse, I will tear up this work. But I don't believe that's what God wants me to do. I don't believe that God has had me working on this for 25 years to harm people. That is not what God wants me to do. It's not my intention, and it's not what God wants. Listen to this. I am alone. I listen for the voices, the sound of drums, the drum beat, those voices. They are my ancestors. They call out to me. They speak to me, teach me, guide me. They are the voices surrounding me, protecting me, calling danger to my attention. Should I drown them out, deny them, pretend I don't hear? Should I tell any one of these voices that I've grown so fond of, that are as much a part of me as my heartbeat, my pulse? What if they say I'm crazy, diagnose me schizophrenic? Are they envious of me that I hear and they do not? Has their book learning and their degrees made them deaf to the drums? I understand and accept that they do not hear. Why then do they not understand that I do hear? They want me to take pills to stop the voices. Why? I ask. Why would I want to stop the drums, the music that makes me dance? You have no rhythm. Your body moves to the beat of death. Maybe you should take the pills yourself, get high and dance. You say your pills are good. You say your pharmaceuticals work. Have you tried them yourself? Have you tried these pharmaceuticals yourself? Then why are they not working for you? Why are you not dancing? Why do you not hear the drums? I don't need medication. I won't take your medication. Because I got sense enough to know if it was that good, you would be taking them yourself. Have you ever met a fortune teller who won the lottery? A faith healer working in the hospital? My friend, until I see you taking those pills, until I see your life healed, and your story alongside Bill W. and Dr. Bob, you can keep your doggone pills. And I will stick to my 12 steps. My reference to Dr. Bob and Bill W. It's out of respect. They were the founders of Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous saved my life. Alcoholics Anonymous opened the door for me to have a wonderful relationship with God. Alcoholics Anonymous told me that I could be restored to sanity. And that's the message I'm passing on to you. See, when Jesus chased those demons out of Mob wanted to go with Jesus, but Jesus said, no, you go in town and you tell people that you have been healed. I am 72 years old, and I'm living in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And it is paradise. And I have friends who love to lay on the beach every day, drink margaritas, you run the young senoritas or the young senores, whatever their preference is. Puerto Vallarta is also Sodom and Gomorrah, Sin City, Fun City. You come here and you can recapture your youth. So why then do I spend my time writing, making videos, and talking to anybody that will listen about healing from mental illness? Because I'm like, Mom, I have to tell my story. I have no choice. My daughter said, you know, Dad, but you are blessed because you're retired and you don't have anything to do. I said, you know what? I work harder now than I did when I was working. And I was a good worker, but I work harder now. This is how I work. This is not easy. I could be back in my bed sleep, and I do. I get my naps in. Take my word for that. I do get my naps in. But when you know something, and it's so easy for you, it's sitting right in front of you, and nobody else seems to see it. The next time you walk into a 12-step meeting, look at step 2. Look at the word insanity and ask yourself if you've ever been in a meeting when the discussion was about insanity. No. When they talk about step 2, it's the coming to believe step. And a lot of people start talking about their higher power. Their higher power. That's something that they have created in their warped, sick, mentally ill mind. For some reason, they think that they have the ability to create this higher power that can restore them to sanity. Well, let me tell you what my experience is about that. Every person that I've ever met who clings to the notion that they can create this higher power, every person that I've ever seen or met, they will either drink again, or they will go back to whatever their addiction is, or they will pick up a new addiction. They will use drugs, or they will use sex, or they will use happy pills. One of the other great things about Puerto Vallarta is the freedom. I'm going to tell you, this is the first place that I've ever felt totally free. Totally free. I visited Africa several times. And as a black person, I always thought once I went to Africa, when my feet hit the African soil, that I would feel at home. I didn't, but I feel at home here in Mexico. And I think it's because I am free from that bondage of self, that bondage of mental illness. I'm free from that. And I want every person to know that they can be free as well. Right where you are, you can be free. If you've gone through that first step and admitted that there is mental illness, that there is insanity, that there's the uneasiness, the sickness is there. And you've gone all the way back and realized it's been there for a long time. Then the second step says, do you believe that you can be restored? Are you willing to believe that you can be restored to sanity? I'll tell you something. All you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. Do you believe that you can be restored to sanity? Stop. It is a yes or no question. It is not yeah, but. It is a yes or no question. If you do not believe that you can be restored to sanity, you will not be restored to sanity. If you believe that you can be restored to sanity, then it's time to move to the third step. This is Uncle Nelson. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed the path. Thank you.